Hey guys, how you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So today I wanted to talk about something that is trending over here in the UK. It's to do with job cuts warning as 600,000 roles go in lockdown, and I think that's only going to get worse when we start to reopen and furloughed people end up losing their jobs. But right, we'll go over to the article to have a quick look. So it says the number of workers on UK payrolls dived by more than 600,000 between May and March, official figures suggest. Meanwhile, the number of people claiming work-related benefits, which includes the unemployed, was also up 126% to 2.8 million. So obviously we know this is impacting the economy, and I mean, yeah, it's just obviously that isn't great at all. Yeah, obviously it's pretty awful. People applying for jobs. Poorest areas are the hardest hit, obviously. Those people are the ones that struggle the most. Right, so that's the first part of it. Right, so here's the second part. Britain's furious as billionaires exploit taxpayer-funded UK furlough scheme. So basically, billionaires, big business owners, basically, they're pretty much mostly big business owners. They're obviously exploiting the system to get taxpayer money when they've got so much money anyway, which is pretty disgusting. Readers reacted furiously to the news, branding them parasites and called them to be named and shamed. One said the greed, more money wants more money, and nobody stops them if they do not have it here. They move on to where they can keep more. Yeah, so basically it's pretty disgusting really how they are. I mean, this is just what rich people do though. All you care about is getting richer. I mean, it's what poor people do as well, but there has to be some form of ethics to it. You can't just be using all our taxpayers' money, which everybody struggles to pay taxes when we're in difficult times for, and then you just exploit and stay rich. So here we go. Here's the icing on the cake. So UK billionaires see personal wealth grow by 25 billion during the pandemic lockdown. So basically the UK billionaires are not seeing their personal wealth shrink for a start, like most other people are. You lose your job, you lose all sorts of income, you lose your standard of life, like if you can't go out and do stuff. But the UK billionaires, they see their wealth grow by 25 billion during the lockdown. So yeah, so how is that fair? So here it is on Twitter, 600,000 trending. Obviously, lots of people are pretty furious about this, clearly. And do you know what annoys me the most about this whole situation is that you see these billionaires that, like I said, will mainly be big business owners. They'll own, even if it's like owning shares in big companies and things like that. Big businesses appear to be getting big bailouts basically, and also it seems that big businesses are the people that seem to be allowed to open up and stay open to profit from the fact other businesses are shut down, and yeah, when obviously smaller businesses aren't open. So I mean, how does it make sense to allow the big businesses to open and stay open, and then not have small businesses when the small businesses are the ones that are going to more directly help people, and the big businesses are you just going to help basically the shareholders and the owners, who are basically rich anyway? It seems like they've got it completely backwards. And imagine the potential boost to the economy if they said only small businesses are allowed open, all big businesses must remain shut, and then yeah, and obviously imagine that boost for the small businesses. But no, we wouldn't want that, because obviously then big businesses would. Big businesses and the rich people that lobby parliament and politicians, and big businesses that rich politicians they own basically. I mean, they're all in this together. They don't want that. They don't want. In fact, if anything, I would suggest that they're purposely trying to drive small business owners out of business so all the money can go to big businesses. That's what I think. But it's a pretty disgusting scenario. And people say, well, it's capitalism, you just want to eat the rich, and billionaires are billionaires because they help everyone out. But they don't, guys. I don't buy any of that. They dodge tax, they don't pay the fair share tax. They basically they use their money to get influence, to stifle out competition. They lobby. They use their money to get a competitive edge. They do all sorts of things that that basically aren't beneficial, and then once they corner markets and monopolize markets, they then crank up prices anyway, so it costs more, and then they take all that money and it doesn't go back into the economy. So the people that say, oh yeah, and let's not forget all the bailouts that they get, and all the propping up that they do. I mean, when the government gives people money during a difficult time, that's to do what with? Where does that money go? Is it just for them as a bonus to help them save, just so they've got some there to back, or is it just going to spend on their everyday costs, like rent, for example, just all the things they need? So that money then goes to it just trickles up. I mean, they try to claim like we have meant to have trickle down. These billionaires, they get rich, they create businesses, they create jobs, they get trickle down. There is no trickle down. There is only trickle up. There is only trickle up. There is no trickle down. Anyway, so I said my piece on that, guys. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening, and I will speak to you guys at some point again when I feel the need to rant again.